And when people think of Turner, he does these beautiful, washed out like landscapes and ships. But then there's this idea of late 19th century, like he's kind of invoking the sort of the sublime of the modern with speed and with all these, but it's still thinking about.
And then he said this: "I'm just as patriotic as anyone." Sorry, Mr. Diamond, it's not patriotism, it's a travesty, the corporate equivalent of moral treason. And all the rest of us have to pay for it. There's more from Joseph Stiglitz on our next edition of Moyers & Company.
We already have.
With Al Gore years ago before he became a vegan. And I asked him, I said,
The last one to leave was the best employee there. About 4 weeks later,
they'd spend the day together. So he blocked off his whole day, ready to spend some quality time with his son. But he could use just a few more minutes, right? Reading the paper, just kind of finishing up his morning routine. So he has this idea to buy himself a little time. He rips out a picture of the world.
Promises. He talks about walking through a corridor that will lead you onto a craft that will take you somewhere where no one knows your name. It becomes the kind of ontological.
They found that he had studied foreign languages in school, which clearly showed it.
He recites verses from the Quran, begging his God to live. He senses he is dying. He didn't die. His right eye.
And what he meant by institutions were really just formal rules, like a constitution.
That he feels he doesn't have colleagues anymore at work. When he goes to work, he doesn't stop by to talk